just left the dock. We are unpacking the tubing and hooking up the pneumatic pump to the ship's air hoses. Before we left the dock, we wrapped a strap around the crane boom and hung a block from it, careful not to chafe against any of the crane's wires. After we uncoiled the tubing, being careful not to damage it, we attached a line to the crane headache ball. Then we ran messenger lines through the blocks, the one hanging from the crane hook and the one hanging from our strap around the boom. Once this is done, we are ready to move the crane overboard. Moving the crane is a coordinated effort. We need to move the A-frame out of the way first, and then we make sure we hold on to all of the messenger lines and tag lines. And here we go. Now that the crane is overboard, we now can switch out the messenger lines for the lifting lines that are attached to our tubing. Taping the two lines together is the only way they will fit through our small blocks. Being very careful not to kink or twist the tubing, we use several people to help lower it into the water. Finally, we are ready to deploy the towfish. Towfish is now successfully deployed. Now it is time to turn on our pneumatic pump to start collecting uncontaminated seawater through our tubing. Once the pump is on, it is time to start speeding the ship up. The Marine Tech will radio to the bridge and ask them to speed up from 2 knots to 4 knots, then from 4 knots to 6 knots, and so on in increments of 2 until the maximum speed is reached. On the Atlantic Explorer, the max speed is 9.5 knots. The reason we attached a block to the boom of the crane is so we can haul the towfish towards the surface while we do our CTDs. We do this so there is no chance of it swinging under the ship and getting caught in the rudder or propeller.